Hey guys, my name is Shamari. This is my brother Kendall. We're going to be talking about our top 3 most anticipated superhero movies of 2017. So Kendall, what movies do we have lined up this year?
This year, obviously, we have Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Thor Ragnarok, all on the Marvel side. From DC, we're talking about Wonder Woman and Justice League, and Lego Batman. People forget about Lego Batman. And on the 20th Century Fox side, we have Logan, the final of the Wolverine trilogy. So a lot of big movies coming up this year, Shamari. Mm-hmm. What are your top 3 most anticipated movies for 2017?
So my top 3, going from number 3 to number 1. Number 3 for me would be, it had to be Thor Ragnarok, because, the Thor franchise has had it's had its bumps. You know, we all know it's had its serious bumps.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the fact that they're throwing Hulk in the mix.
Yes.
Since Hulk was kind of absent after the events of Age of Ultron, and we all want to see Hulk.
Yeah,
we all want to see Hulk again.
We all miss Hulk.
We all miss Hulk. We all want to see Hulk again, and seeing him mix up with Thor specifically in their own kind of contained story seems very, very interesting. Not only that, they're throwing Doctor Strange in the mix, apparently, according to some recent reports and rumors and whatnot.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is going to be in the movie, possibly playing a significant role. So that's my reason for putting it in as number 3. Number 2 for me is Wonder Woman. That trailer, Gal Gadot in BVS surprised me in a significant way, in a very positive way. The shots look great. The landscape looks beautiful. The mascara looks beautiful. The other Amazons look amazing.
Yeah.
They look like they're ready to. They're ready to destroy some whole nations. They have like a whole army behind them. So
we don't know a lot about the movie.
We don't know a lot about this story just yet.
We assume Ares will be the villain.
Yes, we would assume that. But even just like the shots and even the chemistry between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot looks like it's going to work really well.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2. Number 1 is Spider-Man Homecoming. It's got to be Spider-Man Homecoming. I've been waiting for a good Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna lay it out there, man. I wasn't a huge fan of Andrew Garfield. It just is what it is. So I loved what's the actor's name? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I love Tom Holland.
Come on, Shamari, give Tom Holland some love.
Yeah, I don't know, the kid. I love the kid in Civil War. He was really good, really, really good. I actually rewatched Civil War again recently.
Yeah,
he was great. So, and the trailer looks really awesome.
Yeah,
Vulture looks awesome. When I heard it was gonna be Vulture, I wasn't excited at all, but it looks like the movie looks like it's gonna be good. So that's my top 3 for 2017. So what's your top 3, Ken?
My top 3. We have the same number 3. I'm going with Thor Ragnarok. Obviously, you mentioned we're going to see Thor teaming up with the Hulk, which is going to be interesting because we saw those two had a big chemistry in the first Avengers movie. Some of their best scenes were together. It's going to mix in the Planet Hulk storyline, so that'll be interesting. There were reports that we're going to see Thor versus the Hulk in a gladiator type arena, which that sounds awesome. I know I'm not the only one that's waiting for that one. And then
definitely not.
We're talking about Loki's coming back. We saw at the end of Thor: The Dark World, which obviously was not the best Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That Loki was pretending to be Odin. So we'll see how that works out. But you mix in Thor, Hulk, Loki, and then you throw in Doctor Strange, which from the report sounds like he may be playing a substantial role. I'm skeptical, but I think that put me over the edge with this movie.
Even if he's playing a moderate role.
Yeah. And it feels like this is going to be Marvel's first buddy cop kind of film. They've had team-up movies before.
Seems like it.
We've seen, the Falcon team up with Captain America. But it's always felt like more of a sidekick, hero kind of thing. This is the time where I thought, okay, we're going to have two guys on an even playing field. Even though Thor is a title character.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they only didn't use Hulk in the title because Universal has like his rights, so they can't really you can't really make a Hulk movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're just gonna throw in the Hulk as like the second main character, but we can't actually put Hulk in it. So I'm really looking forward to that one. At number 2, I got Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm surprised you left this one off. I mean, they're right here. You forgot about them? No, I mean, but obviously with the Guardians are back. I mean, the first movie was very, very fun. It was a surprise to everybody. Nobody thought Guardians of the Galaxy would be arguably Marvel's best movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. You know, I'm not like, oh man, you know, Guardians, that was Marvel's best movie, but it was a very strong movie. And I'm interested to see how this movie takes us into Avengers Infinity War. Because I think this movie would probably be the biggest bridge to Infinity War, because we really haven't had one yet. You know, even the way Civil War ended didn't really tease Infinity War at all. And I believe Guardians of the Galaxy will be the movie that will have the biggest tease into Infinity War. I think Ragnarok will also, when you throw in Hela and Surtur, Thanos may show up in that movie, but Thanos will play a role in Guardians of the Galaxy too, so I'm interested in that. And I'm interested to see how Kurt Russell does his Ego, the living planet, and how Ego is the father of Star-Lord, because that's a twist that I don't think anybody expected. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. They said Sylvester Stallone's going to be in the movie as part of Hondo's, Ravagers. So Guardians looks like it's going to be very good. And at number 1, I think I'm looking at Spider-Man: Homecoming, just like you, Shamar. The trailer is something that for me, I think you have to watch a couple of times. The first time I watched it, I was like, it seems a little small scale. But the more and more you watch it, the more charming it becomes, and the more you really say to yourself, oh, I can really envision myself like really liking this movie. Tony Stark's back as Robert Downey Jr. is back as Tony Stark. Happy's back, and like you said, obviously Tom Holland did a great job in Civil War. We'll see what characters Zendaya is playing, whether or not she's Mary Jane. I know that's a big controversy nowadays.
Huge controversy.
But
everything Mary Jane.
But I think that movie is going to be very fun, and it's Marvel's first Spider-Man movie. So you kind of has to be number 1. So I mean, we have kind of the same list. I wouldn't say it's kind of the same list. We have the same number 1 and number 3. Our number 2s are different. So for you, Shamar, why did you leave off Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
For me, I think Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman had to be on my list because I'm really pumped for that movie. I have to say, especially with it being kind of a female-centric superhero movie, where she is the protagonist, and she's not relying on Chris Pine to necessarily
it's the first one since Catwoman.
Yeah, and
if I'm not mistaken, Catwoman. That was a great movie. You guys have seen it. I believe also
don't lie to the people.
And Elektra. Let's not mistake Elektra.
God, I forgot about that.
No, I'm joking. But I mean, so I am interested to see how Wonder Woman plays out. I'm just not confident in the DCEU. That's why I didn't put it on my list.
I think I just have faith in the director. I think Patty Jenkins. I liked her other movie. And I don't know. I trust Gal Gadot as well. I think she was a good Wonder Woman. I liked her in Batman v Superman, and I like everything that I've seen in the trailer. I think I also like from what I've seen.
Suicide Squad trailer.
I mean, even that, I feel like some of the shots and whatnot. I love the shots.
Yeah,
that I saw. Yeah, and the action sequences. I love what I've seen. More so than from what I saw in the Suicide Squad trailers.
It seems to be, there's one really gaping, movie missing, and that's Justice League. I mean, if you would have told me 3-4 years ago that Warner Brothers was going to make a Justice League movie, and that I would have Guardians of the Galaxy 2, any Guardians of the Galaxy movie, ahead of it, that just sounds, ridiculous. I mean, Justice League, but I think that is just the issues that DC has had over the last calendar year. I mean, Batman v Superman was average at best. Suicide Squad was a mess at best. No disrespect to Suicide Squad, but so Justice League, they gave us that first look at the movie. I can't even really call it a trailer, but we have to see the first trailer for me to really get excited. But I mean, Steppenwolf is the villain. That's not going to move the needle. You know, Superman is dead. Spoiler alert. As far as we know, it's going to be interesting to see how long until Superman comes in.
Yeah, I mean, with Justice League, I wish I could put it on my list, but based on everything I've seen recently in the DCEU, and I think of the three of us, I'm the one that's most forgiving of DC and the story that they've put forward, the story that they've put in front of us. Because I liked Man of Steel. I would watch that several times. But yeah, based on what I've seen so far, unfortunately, it just couldn't crack my list. Yeah. DC has to get it together.
And I mean, it's a shame that we couldn't put Lego Batman on the list. I mean, Lego Batman is the movie I'm very interested to see. I'm sure you are too, Shamari. So that'll be an interesting one to see. But I mean, that's our top three for our most anticipated movie for 2017. So for Shamari, I'm Kendall, and thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys.